telling the truth in the long run. So it's best that you tell the truth. And man, it gives you like a hard job to do, because each time, if you're telling a lie, you always have to come with a comeback all the time. So just tell the truth for you to be. Hello, hi there. Sparkle in love with a dash of kindness. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Nene Cherry here. If it's your first time tuning in, you are welcome. Please do stay, do like, share as to many people as you can, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that when I upload a new video, you'll be among the first people that see the video, because you will be the MVP. Okay, so today the topic that we're going to be talking about, it's quite broad, but I am not gonna, stress it. I'm just gonna do the acronym of think. Why are we doing think? I mean, the lesson here will be just about avoid engaging your tongue before engaging your mind. All right, and I'm going to leave some verses in the description, and as we go by, I think I'm going to make a series because it's quite complex, but let's do this. Are we ready? All right. T, what I'm about to say, and this is what somebody has to think about. Is it true? Before you converse with somebody, before you respond, right, you need to think what I'm about to say. Is it true? The Bible commands us to not to tell a lie. And if you've been lied to, I mean, I think you can relate that it's painful, right? In as much as say the truth hurts, but one will be able to thank you for telling the truth in the long run. So it's best that you tell the truth. And man, it gives you like a hard job to do, because each time, if you're telling a lie, you always have to come with a comeback all the time. So just tell the truth for you to be free. Like it says, the truth shall set you free. Yeah. So be free. Think about it before you say it to somebody. Okay? So we're moving on to H. Is it helpful? What I'm about to say, is it helpful? And I think I don't really have to stress on this one. You know, um, I'm taken aback to the people that love gossiping. You know, um, and some, I think they try to mean well, in a sense that if I was not there, if I wasn't at the function or at a place where things happened, they want to, like, to come and relate, to keep us informed. And so they just come and tell you, but at the end of the day, want us to think and say, what I'm about to relate to somebody, will it help them grow? Will it help them in any way? And if it's not, then we just have to bite our tongue and keep quiet, because it's not important. So why do we want to share it? Okay, moving on. Where are we? T.H.I. Anyway, it shows that, man, I struggled with my spelling, right? Not so. No, not really. It's just, maybe I've started having dyslexia. I mean, who knows? But well, yes, it's I. Is it inspiring? What you're about to say, is it inspiring? And somebody will be like, but then how do you know if it's going to inspire somebody? As long as it's true and as long as it's helpful, it will inspire somebody. So in your action, obviously, you have to be an inspiration, and match it up with what you say, match it up with what you put out there. So be an inspiration to someone so that they can at least emulate you from what you have shown them, right? Okay, moving on to N. Is it necessary? Huh? Sometimes we don't have to say anything at all. If you're gathered with friends and people are talking about a certain issue, and maybe somebody has already touched on it, and maybe you want to make the room lively, but is it necessary? No. And if it's not, just learn to keep quiet. So think about it first. And if you see that, well, it doesn't help anybody, and it's not necessary, and it's not inspiring, and maybe it couldn't be even true because you just want to make people laugh. So you just have to keep quiet. And then there's another thing about this thing being necessary. There was a time when I had to bite my tongue. Why? It's because I went to a place of mourning, and a person was mourning a loved one, and I thought, well, I can be somebody who can encourage them, because I care for this person, or rather I cared for this person at the moment. So I thought, okay, let me open the Bible and start talking about certain things. In my mind, I thought, well, it will lift their spirit, and they'll remain encouraged and have the faith in the Lord and everything. And I mean, whatever I was saying was true and was helpful in my way. But at that time, it was not helpful to that person. And they were still in mourning, they were hurting and everything. Then I realized, well, this is not necessary. This person just wants me next to them without saying all these things, because I ended up looking like, you know what, I I am not moved by what has happened, and I'm just here to say, what, I've come to pay my condolences, so this is what it is. So sometimes we need to learn to hold our tongue. Okay, moving on. The last one, K. Is it kind? So you think what I'm about to say, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And then you think, is it kind? In this world where you can be anything, all right, choose kindness in deed and in word. Sometimes people are going through, inner battles that we don't even know. My grandmother used to say the greatest distance that one could ever have is not about one being in another place, like saying in another country, and the other one is in another country, but it's in the mind. You cannot read my mind. I can't read your mind. And so we are far apart. So there would be things that I'm struggling with, and I just need somebody to be kind in word to me. But then you find that the first thing that they say, or maybe they might be the first people that I see at that moment, and then when you say that, you injure me in a way that I don't even know how to come back to it. So we need to consider this like carefully whenever we meet people, that we are kind. And I mean, as children of God and an ambassador of God, this is something that we need to carry all the time. So that's about it with the acronym of THINK. So T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? All right then. See you next time. I mean, you can check out at this link here where I talked about self-sabotage, or maybe, decision making. Otherwise, till next time.